Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to start with exercise 5.3s of IGCSE Extended Mathematics that is recommended by AQA examinations. Our topic is fractions, decimals, and percentages. So let's start questions. In question number 1, they want us to write the fractions as decimals and percentages. So I will do some of the parts. For example, if I do A part, so to convert 1/2 into decimal, I can divide 1 upon 2 like this. You can see that 1 is the smaller number than 2. That's why we can't divide it. So it's very simple division that we can put a 0 over there and a decimal point there. And now we know that how many times does 2 go into 10? It's basically 5 times. So 2 times 5 is 10. So we can completely divide this number upon 2. So we usually put a 0 before a decimal. So the conversion of 1/2 into decimal will be equals to 0.5. Now we can also convert this fraction into percentage. To convert a fraction into a percentage, we just need to times it with 100. So it should be 50, and we also mention this symbol of percentage with it, that is 50%. Let me do the B part here. In B part, they want us to convert 3/4 into decimal and percentage as well. So first of all, we can divide 3 upon 4. We know that 3 is the smaller number, then we can put a decimal point over there and 0 there. And now we know that 4 times 7 is 28. And if I subtract, I get 2 over there, and still 2 is lesser than 4. So I need to put 0 over there. Then 4 times 5 is 20. It means if we convert into decimal, we get 0.75. Similarly, we can convert into percentage by multiplying a fraction with 100. So we know that 4 times 25 is 100. So if we divide 104 by the highest common factor, which is 4, we get 25 over there. And 3 times 25 is 75, means it's 75%. So this is how you can convert the remaining fractions into decimals and percentage. Also, you can use calculator to convert these fractions. Let's proceed to next question. In question number 2, they want us to convert the fractions into percentages. So again, we will use the same strategy that we can easily convert fraction. I'm doing A part here. I will just multiply with 100. So I will get 500 over 8. And now if I divide 500 upon 8, I get 62.5. So similarly, you can convert remaining fractions into percentages by multiplying with 100. And it's very simple process. And in question number 3, they want us to try these questions without calculator. So again, it's very simple. Like if I do the first part without calculator, I can show you the working of division over there. That is 500 divided by 8. So we know that 8 times 6 is 48. And then if we subtract, we get 2. Let me bring this 0 down. We know that 8 times 2 is 16. And then we will bring, if we subtract, we get 4 over there. And we need to put 0 over there and decimal point there. And 8 times 5 is 40. So our final answer will be 62.5. So I'm leaving remaining parts for you. You can try these by your own. Now let me proceed to next question. In question number 4, they want us to convert fractions into decimals and percentages. Again, it's same question as we did in question number 1, that we were converting fractions into decimals and percentages. So to convert a decimal into percentage, we can divide like 1 upon 16. So definitely we can also use the calculator. And if we use the calculator, we get 0.0625. And to convert into percentage, we can multiply fraction with 100. So if we further multiply 1 over 16 with 100, we get 6.25. So please try these remaining parts by your own. Now let's proceed to next question. In question number 5, it says, which of these fractions will make recurring decimals? Explain your answer. So basically, in these parts, we need to observe that which of the following gives us recurring decimals. Recurring decimals means repeating decimals. For example, if we do A part, we get 0.88. And here you can see that the number is terminated. means it's not recurring. If we do B part, this was the A part, and if we do B part where we have to divide 17 upon 20, we will get our answer as 0.85, which is also terminated. Now, if we do C part, it says 8 divided by 11. And if we do this, we get recurring decimal, like we will get our answer as 0.727272, and we can put dots to show that it's never ending. So we can also represent this answer as 0.72, as we know that 72 is being repeated, so we can put a bar on 72, and we can mention that this decimal is recurring, means 72 is being repeated. Similarly, we can do D part where we can divide 2 upon 5 and we will get our answer as 0.4, which is terminating, means it is not recurring. Now let's proceed to next question. In question number 6, it says write each of these recurring decimals using dot notation. So we can, let's suppose if we are doing A part, so we can put a dot, like we can first write 0.1 and 1 is being repeated, so we can put dot above 1. Similarly, in B part, we can write 0.5 and we can put a dot above 5. And here you can see 5 is being repeated, so we can write 0.75 and we can put a dot above 5. And here you can see that 346, 346 and 346 is being repeated. So look, how do we mention dots here to represent in dot notation? As 346 is being repeated, so we can put a dot above 3 and 6. It means that this whole number is being repeated, or all these 3 digits is being actually repeated. If we do E part, it says after 7, 65, 65 and 65 is being repeated, so we can put dot above 6 and 5. So we can write 0.765 and we can put dots above 65. And in F part, 16 is being repeated, so we can write 0.16 and we can put dot above 16. Now let's proceed to next question. In question number 7, they want us to convert each fraction to decimal and percentage. So again, we are dealing with similar problems, but here we need to be very careful while writing the answers in dot notation. So if we do question number 7 and it's A part, first of all, we need to convert 1/3 into decimal, and then we will convert into percentages. So if we use the calculator and we divide 1 upon 3, we get 0.333 and 3 is being repeated. So we can simply write our answer as 0.3 in dot notation like this. And similarly, to convert 1/3 into percentage, we need to times it with 100, and it will be 33.333, where 3 is being repeated. So we can write as 33.3%, and we can put dot above 3 because 3 is being actually repeated. Similarly, there is 1/6. So if we divide 1 upon 6, we get answer as 0.16, where 6 is being repeated. So we can simply put a dot above 6 to avoid repetition of 6. And similarly, when we will convert 1/6 into percentage, means we will need to multiply with 100, then we will get 16.666, where 6 is being repeated. So we can simply write as 16.6 and we will put dot above 6. So it will be 16.6%. Also, we can do third part, means C part. It's 2/3. So if we divide 2 upon 3, we get 0.6 and 6 is being repeated. So we can put a dot above it. And also, if we convert into percentage by multiplying with 100, we will simply write as 66.6% and we will put a dot above 6 because 6 is being repeated. Let me do 7th part. If we divide 1 upon 7, we get a number like this, where 0.142857, and then again it starts repeating like 142857. So as this number is being repeated, so we can simply write as 0.142857 and we can put dot above 1 and 7. And similarly, if we will convert into percentage, we will write like this, that it will be 14.285714, and then the number after the decimal will start repeating, means again there will be 285714. So that's why we will put 2 dots above these numbers to show that the number is being repeated. Similarly, you can do remaining parts. I'm leaving some parts of question number 7 for you. Now we will do question number 8. In question number 8, again, it says convert these fractions to decimals. So let me do A part here. In A part, it's 3/7 means we need to divide 3 upon 7. And if I use calculator, I get a recurring decimal that is 0.428571. So after 1, again, it start repeating, means 428571. So I can use dot notation, means I can put dot above 1 and 4 to show its recurring decimal. Now, if we do B part, it's 3/16. So 3/16 means 3 is needed to be divided by 16, and we get a decimal that is not recurring, means it's 0.1875. Now, if we do C part, it's 17 upon 80, and if we divide it, we get a decimal that is 0.2125. Similarly, if I do D part, we'll get 5 divided by 9. So if I divide 5 by 9, I get a recurring decimal, means 0.5555, where 5 is being repeated. So I can write in dot notation like 0.5, and I can put dot above 5. So similarly, you have to do the remaining parts. I'm leaving these parts for your practice. In question number 9, they want us to try these questions without calculator. So I'm also leaving this portion for you. You can easily try because division is very simple. Now let me do question number 10. In question number 10, we have to convert percentages to decimals. So it's very simple to convert percentages into decimals because we just need to replace the percentage sign and we just divide the number by 100. Like in A part, if it is 43%, percent means per 100. So we can also write it as 43 divided by 100. Now, if I apply the strategy of shifting the decimal point, so where the decimal point is not visible, we assume it as at the end. So now we will shift it by 2 digits backward because there are 2 zeros over there. So we can write it as 0.43. Similarly, in B part, we have to convert 86% into decimal. So again, if I divide 86 by 100 and I shift the decimal point, so I get 0.86. Similarly, if I directly write the answer of C part here, it will be 0.94. If I do D part here, it's 45.5%, where I can again divide it by 100, and then I will shift the decimal point. This time, the decimal point is here, so we can shift it backward by 2 digits, so it will be 0.455. So this is how you can convert a percentage into decimal. Let me do E part, it's 3.75%. Means we can divide 3.75 by 100. And if I shift the decimal point, look, if I shift decimal point 2 digits backward, there is only 1 digit over there. So I can put 1 extra 0 before 3, and then I can put decimal point. Like I can just write 0375, and I can put a point over there that will make it 0.0375. Now let's proceed to question number 11. In question number 11, it says convert these decimals to fractions using mental method. So if we read this A part here, it says it's 0 and 5/10, means simply we can write 0.5 into fraction as 5/10. And also we can convert into simplest form, like it will be 1/2. Similarly, this is 25%, or in other words, it's 0 and 25 hundredths. So 25 hundredths is equivalent to 1/4. So we can write 0.25 as 1/4. Then it is 2/10, and in simplest form, 2/10 can be written as 1/5. Now if we do D part, it's 125 thousandths. So in simplest form, we can also write 125 thousandths as, like first if we write in this form, and then if I convert, it will be equivalent to 1/8. Similarly, it's 0 and 75 hundredths, means it's 75%. So we can write this decimal into fraction like it's 3/4. Then it is 9/10, so we can also write 0.9 as 9/10. In question number 12, it says convert these decimals to fractions. So in A part, if I write this question as 0.51. So if we generally read it, it is actually 0 and 51 hundredths. So we can write it as 51 over 100. Similarly, in B part, we can write 0.43 as 43 hundredths. So this is how we can convert fraction into, so this is how we can convert decimals into fractions. If we do C part, it's 0.413, means it's 0 and 413 thousandths. So we can write it as 413 over 1000. So I'm leaving some parts for you. You can try for your practice. And one more thing that we can also apply this strategy, that if we do D part here with different strategy, with different method, so we can also do it like 0.719, and we will just put 1 under a decimal point, and then we can omit that point. And now we will put zeros according to the number of digits. So here we have 3 digits, so we can put 3 zeros. So in simplest form, or finally, we can write it as 719 divided by 1000. So we can just put 1 under a decimal point, and then we can omit that point, and we can put zeros according to the number of digits. So similarly, if we do E part with the same method, we can just omit that point, and we can write 91 divided by 100, because under point we can put 1 and there are 2 digits, so we have put 2 zeros over there. So you can also try F part. Let me proceed to next question. In question number 13, it says convert these decimals to fractions. Give your answers in simplest form. So we can easily convert, like we are doing question number 13 here, and it's A part. So it's 0 and 32 hundredths. So we can write like this, like 32 hundredths in fraction, but we can also simplify it. We can divide both numbers by the highest common factor, which is 4. So if we divide, we get 8 over 25. And we can also use calculator to simplify. So in B part, we can write 0 and 55 hundredths as 55 divided by 100. So if we simplify and we divide by the highest common factor, that is 5. So we can write it as 11 over 20. So this is how you can also do remaining parts, and you can use calculator to further simplify. In question number 14, it says convert these percentages to fractions. So again, in A part, if we do question number 14, A part, we have to convert 49% into fraction. So we will apply the same strategy, like to convert into fraction, we can divide by 100. 49 divided by 100. So this will be the fraction. And again, if we do B part, we can convert 53% into fraction. Like we can just replace this percentage symbol with by division of 100. Similarly, we will proceed to question number 15 now, and we will convert the percentages to fractions again, where A part is 55%, means it's 55 over 100. And by the way, here we can also simplify, because if we divide 55 and 100 by the highest common factor, which is 5, we will get 11 over 20. In question number 14, it was not possible to simplify because the highest common factor was 1 in each case. But in question number 15, there will be some other highest common factors. So we will be able to divide both numbers by the highest common factor to get answer in simplest form. So similarly, you can do the remaining parts. I'm leaving these parts for your practice.